What's going on, everybody? Nick Albrici here with Week 4 NFL picks and predictions. Well, here we are, October. Already 3 weeks in the books. That's how fast 3 weeks goes. But yeah, not much else to say is other than my fantasy teams are 2-1 and the Vikings are 0-3. But yeah, let's get right into the picks. There's not really else to talk about. So here we go. Tomorrow night, Lions, Packers, Thursday night football. Detroit is 1.5, over under 46. I definitely like the Lions here. Although it's a division game, but the Packers and me, they're not that good. The only reason why they came back the other day is because Carr got hurt. Carr doesn't leave that game, the Saints easily win. Because Winston sucks. He shouldn't even be in the league. He's horrible. But Lions, they should win this game. I think it's going to be a one-score game. I don't think division game on the road. It's luckily it ain't that cold in Lambeau. It might be maybe 50s. It could be. I haven't looked at the weather. I actually said over here 60 degrees. All right. I think it's gonna be a closer game than most people think. I'm gonna say 27-21 Detroit. I think no matter what way I put this helps the Vikings either way, but they have to win. It helps either way because the Lions win. So what? They gain a game on the division maybe this week, depending how we do. But if the Packers lose, we win. We're a game behind them. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, the Lions should win. Then we got Sunday, October 1st. We have the Falcons at the Jags in London. It's 9:30 a.m. start. So all the folks that, like to get up early on Sundays, there you go. But all the people like to sleep in, I'll probably just get up for it because, it's a football game. So Falcons, Jags are 3. 43.5. I like the Jags here. Atlanta proved last week they ain't shit. 6 points. They're not. Them and Green Bay are the battle of the die-off teams. You start 2-0 and you die off. So I think the Jags win this game here. I think they win. It's gonna be a lower scoring affair, like a 24-16 Jaguars type deal. They're looking to bounce back off that Houston game last week. But they should be able to bounce back. They should be. I don't think Atlanta's offense is gonna be able to keep up with the Jags. You know what I mean? So here's a game of the week on paper. Dolphins at the Bills. In case people are wondering, because some people don't know, now we're under the 1 o'clock window. Sometimes people might say, oh, you know what I mean? Because there's never been 2 9:30 games, but I'm just, for the people that don't know the times of the games, here you go, 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock window, you got Dolphins, Bills, Buffalo's 2.5, over under 53.5. I like the Bills. They should win at home unless they put up a stinker. Like last week, I thought they were going to put up a rough game, but they proved me wrong, which is fine because I have Josh Allen in my one league. I think this game here they will have a back and forth affair because they know they have to play good. I think it's going to be a 30-27 Bills win. Miami put up 70 points last week. The week after, usually teams don't do the same success as they did. It's just real weird. Something doesn't click. This could be a hard contested fight, man. This could be a brutal game. But I like the Bills here. So yeah, just because Miami hasn't played a tough defense yet. New England's D is good. Okay, they struggled. Okay, I get it. Week 1 they played somebody shitty. Miami, right? The Chargers. Well, they came back in that one, so you know what I mean. Then last week the Broncos, I don't know what happened, but they struggled the first 2 out of 3 games. So they're struggling and they're finding ways to win. But last week they just blew the Broncos out of the building. And speaking of the Broncos, that's the next game on my list. Broncos at Bears. Denver is 3.5, over under 46. One of 2 battles of the 0-3s. This is the tougher game to choose though because both teams right now You don't know what to expect. The saying is that they have to play that game, or the saying is can it just end in a tie. But on this channel, I'll never predict a tie. um, Denver has to win. The Bears are just so bad. I like Denver better, so Denver should win this game. I think Denver wins 20-17. I think their defense looked like shit, but the Bears' offense is horrible. So it balances it out. I mean, I have nothing to say. 20-17 Denver. Ravens, Browns, Cleveland's 2.5, everyone's 40.5. The Browns are a little bit of frauds. I mean, they're 2-1. Their defense carries them. It's just real weird. I mean, Baltimore is banged up. The Browns, I don't understand it. No Chubb. And they're winning with their I'm gonna say it, their Deshaun Watson quarterback who's a rapist. I mean, 21 women. Ridiculous. And they're winning with him. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. But I'm gonna take. Just give me the upset. I'm gonna take Baltimore. You know what I mean? Baltimore. They're a better team overall. I don't really have a running game, but Lamar could do it, and I just think it's a division game. And you know what I mean? I think low scoring. I'm gonna say a 21-17 Baltimore, but I mean, obviously this is a game that could go either way. I mean, it's the same shit, but I'm confident with Baltimore here because with the upset, I don't know. It's Lamar versus Watson. Who's better? And Lamar is better. So, yeah. Bengals at Titans. Cincinnati's 2. Over-under 41. A little bit weird how the line's only 2. I know it's in Tennessee. I know they're both 1 and 2. But the Titans suck. I mean, Henry's just falling off the face of the earth. And the Bengals have been playing like shit. I mean, the Bengals should win this game, though. They should win this game at 23-17. Burrow's got to figure it out. Like, what the hell, man? Like, that motherfucker, like, he's playing like shit. I mean, what did he have last week? Did he have maybe 200 and something yards, no touchdowns and a pick? Like, he's got to have that game where he has 305 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, and everybody can say, oh, you know what I mean? He's living up to that. He's back up. Like, you know what? Herbert, he's making a contract worth out of his money. I mean, he's putting up numbers and shit. But Burrow hasn't done shit. I mean, I know his calf is, screwed up on him, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you got to go out there and you have, a top 5 receiver, and you have a solid number 2, Higgins, and even you got Boyd. I mean, should be putting up numbers between those guys. I mean, Kirk's doing it, so Burrow should be able to do it. You know what I mean? So it's only week 4, so it's after this week, basically, it's 25% of the season, if you look at it that way. Then we got the Rams and Colts. Indy's 1, over-under 46.5. Another weird fest. Another weird game. I like the Colts. Only reason why is because the Rams are traveling on a short week across back to LA, and they got to come all the way back out the next state over from Cincinnati. You know what I mean? So, that's why it's a lot of traveling, especially on a short week like that. Coming back early Tuesday, you're off. You come back to work Wednesday. You know what I mean? It's just a lot. So I think that's why the Colts win. But if this is in LA, I take the Rams. But another low scoring game. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of scoring. I know the under 46.5, but I'm gonna say like 23-21 Indy. The Rams have Cup was here too. It'd be another factor into it, but what's his name? Puka Nacua, he's gonna just die away. You know what I mean? That's how the guys are. Like, he's not a top guy, he's not an Addison, he's not a Zay Flowers, he's not those guys. It's a mid guy, not even mid. Right now he's exceeding expectations and he's gonna die off. Oh, it happened to him. Happens in baseball all the time. You have these hot rookies that come in. I can't think of one right now, but then they come in, they start hot, and they just die off. It's like a team when they start hot. It's the same shit. So, Buccaneers Saints. New Orleans is 3. Over under 40.5. I'm gonna take the Bucs. Carr's gonna be out more than likely. So Winston's so bad, unless this game's tanked, that I know he's facing his former team, but unless this game's tanked, I don't see the Saints winning. I just think it's gonna be another close game. I mean, and ain't gonna be a lot of scoring because Winston's horrible. So I'm gonna say here a 21-14 Tampa Bay. Tampa, it'll be 3-1, but they're another one that's gonna fall apart. The winner of this division is gonna have like 8 wins. I'm telling you, it's that bad. So the Saints should win. Not Saints, Buccaneers should win, but you never know. If it's tanked, you got those tank bowls once in a while. If that happens, you know what I mean? When the game's tanked. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Then we got Commanders at Eagles. Philadelphia's 8 over unders 44. Eagles should win, but they haven't looked right. Like, they've been struggling, man. Like, you don't see the Niners having any issues with teams or pulling away. They're going to smack at Niners play the Cardinals this week. I'll get into that in a minute, but the Eagles this is the game. The Commanders have an all right defense, all right, but this is the game. Like, they got to just pull away and win like 31-10, but they're not. I think a division game, I think they're only going to win here 27-17. You know what I mean? Like, they're 4-0, but like, people called the Vikings frauds last year, but we were winning games like this, barely squeaking out wins, and the first 2 weeks squeaking out games. The Eagles didn't last week, okay, but they haven't looked like the Eagles team last year. If any Eagles fans will say, "Oh, he's talking shit on them again," but I'm not. I'm being reality. If any true Eagles fan knows, they should be able to see that. All right, then we got Vikings, Panthers, over under 3.5, 45.5, men's favorite. I kind of hope Bryce Young plays in this because Dalton, you never know, man. That guy, Young. Vikings have to win. If Vikings do not win this game, just blow it up. Just blow it. Trade Danielle Hunter. Trade Kirk Cousins. They should not be 0-3. There's no explanation why. The turnovers are the explanation why. And last week, like what the fuck? Like you got 40 seconds to get a first down, and you're going like this, listening to the play call. Dude, Cousins got to go up there and spike it or just run his own play. He doesn't have to listen to O'Connell on the sidelines. They should easily be 3-0, or at worst 2-1. At worst, the worst loss out of the 3 of them was last week because we had it in our grasp, but we gave the Chargers the win. We just gave it to them. They tried giving us a win, but we said, "Nah, you can have it." Still time though. You win this, then you got Kansas City at home, but then you got the Bears. So, if they squeak out that Kansas City game next week, which is very likely because Kansas City plays like shit sometimes, and we beat the Bears in this too, we're back at 3-3. And our schedule's weeks 8-14. Shouldn't lose a game, maybe one, but shouldn't lose a game. It's so easy. So I'm still looking at our schedule. We can still be 10-7, but this week matters. So we should win this game. Vikings win this game. Realistically, they should win 31-17, but it's going to be a one-score game. But I'm just going to say 31-21. I'm just going to say 31-21 Vikes. I think the Panthers' offense cannot keep up with ours. I know our defense is shit, but I think our defense is a little bit better than last year. It's a little bit better. Because they're keeping us in games. It ain't like we're getting blown the fuck out. We're turning the ball over like we're just turning it over like I've never seen before, but we're in games still. And good teams stay in games. I know they're not finishing them, but good teams find ways to stay in games. And that's how it is. So the Vikings should win this week. And hopefully next Wednesday I'm sitting here and I'm like, then I got the Steelers and Texans. Pitts 3, over-unders 42. Another weird-ass game. But the Steelers D should win this game. You know what I mean? They should win this game. I think Pitt wins here. A 24-20 type game. Close game. No pulling away here. Yeah. So, it should be a good game. Last year I wouldn't have said that, but This is a good game on paper. Texans haven't looked too bad. Raiders, Chargers. Chargers 5.5. It's the 4 o'clock winner now. A little bit high. I mean, they're home. The Raiders, but the Chargers lost Mike Williams. Their coach is an idiot. But I still think the Chargers win here. They're going to put up points. That's why I'm going to say they're 31-17. I feel like this line should be 7. But who am I? But yeah, Chargers win. Next, they got Patriots, Cowboys in Dallas. Dallas is 7 over under 43. I don't know how Dallas lost to Arizona last week, but you know what? I'll tell you one thing. Jerry Jones, he probably wrote it up their ass because they can't lose this game, or Mike McCarthy's on the hot seat. I know Belichick will find a way to take the best player out of the game, but I think Mac Jones isn't going to go into Dallas and beat him. So I'm going to take Dallas here, a 30-17 type deal. I just think like at that loss last week, you can't lose 2 in a row like that. You can't lose to the Cardinals. I don't know how that happens, but Dallas will bounce back. Then you got the lock of the week. San Fran's 14 over under 44 home against Arizona. Arizona stinks. I wouldn't even be surprised if they score a touchdown in this contest. I want to say a 35. They will. I'll say 35-7 San Francisco. Shouldn't be no. Chiefs Jets Sunday Night Football. KC's 9.5, 42.5. Yeah, man, that Jets team's a mess right now. A locker room's falling apart. I hate Zach Wilson over there. Dalvin Cook ain't doing shit. He doesn't have 100 yards yet in 3 games. Doesn't even have 100 yards combined. I think he's got like 70. Kansas City should win this game. It might be a little bit closer because the Jets defense keeps them in games. I think Kansas City wins here. They might put up one of their stinkers or weird when Mahomes struggles. He's hopping off the field. I'm gonna say 27. The Jets still might be able to score because it's on national TV Sunday night game. They're gonna have to. I want to say like a 27-20 Kansas City. I just think if Rodgers was playing this game, it'd be a little bit more of an entertaining game. That's why this game was scheduled like this on paper at the beginning of the year because of Rodgers, but no. So, yeah, Kansas City takes that. Then Monday Night Football, Seahawks, Giants. The line's even. I'm going to take the Giants, even though Barkley's probably going to be out. Seattle hasn't looked too sharp. I'm going to take the Giants here. It's going to be a close game. I just think, I don't know. I just think it's just weird because, Seattle, it's just weird. I'll take the Giants here, 26-21. Last minute touchdown, they gave him the lead or some shit. Something like that. And then maybe the Giants get a nice defensive touchdown in this game. Something to boost them. You know what I mean? Because it's the same shit. So, yep, there it is. Week 4. So, I hope it's another good week. I don't want to see, it's never a good week when your team loses, but, it's a much better week. It feels a little bit better when you win in both fantasy leagues. It's like, all right, you know what I mean? And this week I have 2 tough matchups. So, it should be fun. Should be fun as always. And, so enjoy the games. See you guys back here next Wednesday. And as always, Skol Vikes. All right, guys. See ya.